I first met Michelle, it would be about 4 years ago now. It was late November 2005. And then we started dating, I think January 2006. Things moved along pretty quick. We moved in within a year and we had our son March 2006. Michelle, for the 3 years I was going with her, like, she was never sick at any time. She was always fit and healthy girl, you know, never ill the time I was with her. And about 2 or 3 months leading up to her death, she was well bad with the flu and that there, and she couldn't work, she couldn't move in the sofa or whatever, and I thought, well, that was the worst I've ever seen her. And then about a week or two after that, she went back to work. I phoned her about 12:30 at night, see if she was okay. She got home okay, she was. I finished work at 7 o'clock in the morning, came back to the house, just done my normal routine, had my cup of tea, read the paper, walked upstairs to go to sleep, got into bed beside her. She would usually move her, you know, when I got in, but she didn't move. I never thought nothing of it. I thought she might be exhausted with the flu and that, or going back to work. And I was just lying there about a minute or two, and she still wasn't moving. And then obviously I started thinking to myself, you know, is there something wrong here? You know, but I was thinking at the same time, am I even a bit mad at even thinking this here? And that's when, you know, I felt for a pulse or a heartbeat, and there was nothing there. And then it was just on the automatic mode. I phoned the ambulance and that, and the girl on the phone told me to try resuscitating her. And I tried that for about a minute or two, and the ambulance men arrived, and they already said that she'd passed away about 2-3 hours prior to that. So it was pretty shocking, you know. But also sort of leading up to that as well, she'd one of them portable heart monitor things. She did complain to me about maybe having the odd palpitation or two, but you know, didn't maybe think it was that serious. But then she got that heart monitor on her and had that for 2 or 3 days, but obviously it didn't register nothing, so she left it back to the hospital. And then that's what I say, about 3 months after that, then she passed away. So that was that. Well, it's pretty devastating. It's more or less turned my life upside down on its head. I'm obviously living back with my mum, you know, until I'm more financially secure and I feel better mentally. You know, it's hard as well, you know, bringing up my son. I'm going to have to bring up my son my own now. Right enough, I've got my family and friends that help out as well, but you know, you always think what your future's going to be like or what lies ahead of you. Like, life's hard enough, but you know, if you're going through life with somebody you love, you know, it makes that a wee bit easier. So it's just, as I say, you always look for happiness in your life and you find it, and then next thing you know, it's took away from you, and that's pretty devastating. And I just sort of think, you know, there was no real answer to Michelle's death. Like, the coroner report that came back, it didn't have a definite answer. Like, all we know is just her heart stopped and that was it. You know, it'll be pretty hard in the future when my son asks me, you know, well, what happened, and I'll be sort of stuck for words to tell him. You know, what can I tell him? You know, there was no medical reason to why it happened. You know, obviously 1 minute she's okay, next minute she's not. So, and as I say, my father, he passed away when I was about a year and a half, near enough the same age as Dylan when Michelle passed away. And you know, my way of thinking is like, you need both your parents. You know, mother for, you know, the care and loving side, and then obviously a father, you know, for the other things, you know. So it definitely will be hard in the future, you know. So, but as I say, I just have to try and get on with it, you know, and that's the only thing that's keeping me going now is my son. You know, if I didn't have him, I don't know what kind of state I would be in, you know. So I have to be strong for him as well. Well, Michelle, she was doing a course at home. It was a travel and tourism course, something she was interested in. She's always looking to better herself, you know, and maybe get a better career in the future. And she was more or less not far off finishing it. I think she had maybe only a couple of months left on it to do. She wanted to get her driving licence. She was meant to do that this year as well. We were in Egypt last year. We were hoping to do or go away there again next year. And she would have definitely loved to move to another country. Some are warm, some are hot. She hated this country, the weather, you know, like, so maybe a few years down the line we might have moved away somewhere. And then obviously she would have liked to get married someday. I'm not one for marriage, but you know, obviously I probably would have got married, you know, a few years down the line. And we'd talked about maybe having another child right enough, but our son Dylan, he's a bit of a nightmare at the minute, so I was sort of putting us off, you know, but that was something just more or less, you know, what every person would like, you know, they call it an American dream or whatever, you know, you just, you know, settle down, have a family, you know, and plan for the future, you know, and obviously it's been cut short, you know, so that's pretty hard in that respect, but she had a lot of hopes and dreams, like, and I'd probably say she would have achieved them, you know, because she was that kind of girl. But what's that say? That's just hard, you know. But